David has just asked me how old I am. Now, in general, I usually have people guess what my age is. Let me tell you a little secret. Whatever they guess is correct, because they usually guess 10 years younger than I really am. But the way I've tried to fix that, if I have to answer the question, is I tell them that I have switched to base 13. Now, many of you are familiar with our current numbering system, which is based on 10, which is the number of fingers you have on your two hands. Base 13, on the other hand, is based on 13. It's as if you would have had 3 additional fingers, and then you work from the base of 13 to find out how old you are. And in that case, I would be somewhere in my 50s.
Welcome back to Rational Funk. Dave King and Joe Johnson. What do you think of my new Western shirt, Joe?
I think it's really nice. I was going to comment.
Yeah, I like it. I was buttoning it to the top, which I sometimes do. In fact, I've been buttoning my shirts to the top for a long time because I like the way it looks when you button your shirt to the top. It's almost like taking it more fucking seriously. You know, I show up, my shirt's buttoned to the top. I have a thick neck, so it's difficult for me. Dave has a thick neck. What are these sundries? What are these assorted goods over here? What are these twinkly things? What are these shaky things? Auxiliary percussion. A super important part of expanding the palette when you're playing drum set, especially in creative music, but also rock, pop, anything. Having assorted sundries of things that you can jingle around on or shake or expand the palette with, it can make or break a tune sometimes, and the ways of manipulating the tone. Like if you're one thing that I think is a great thing to do, get some of these goat hooves, and instead of doing it like, oh, I'm gonna do something, wanna be traditional with something like this, I wouldn't know what it was, but it would be more like, how do I use these in a modern text? Throw them on the snare drum. Let's do it without. With. Right? You can get a different tone. Throw them on a floor tom. I'll take each of these. Take them in with each of these. And I'm doing this sort of, you don't have to do grooves like that. You can just play anything. Without. I should mention that rat rod floor tom legs are up, so sorry about that, rat rod. We'll have our rat rod floor tom up here soon. Yoda showed up and took his f***ing floor tom back is what happened, actually. And did you hear him when he came in? He's like, dude, he came in, he got really like dark on me, man, and pulled the saber out. Of course, I'm like, dude, what is it, like a fucking, like what's up with the aggression? I thought you were all zenned out. That's one thing that I didn't understand about. There's a complex personality, Yoda, because he's like coming from this Zen space in the first times you see him. And then like in the newer Star Wars when they had him animated and he's like doing like quadruple flips and fighting 9 million people, he had a look in his eye like, I like violence. And it was just like the whole personality was like this thing of like, no, super, super like Eastern kind of vibe, zened out thing. And then it was just like, a great way to affect the sound of your drums. regular snare. Or you throw some bells on there, mutes it a little. Grabbing a shaker. This doesn't mean you have to all of a sudden do like, oh, I'm trying to emulate some of the deepest African music or whatever. It's more like, how do you use it in a modern text, like we said. Play a groove. You can have different forms of syncopation. All the time. Sounds like a hip hop. Is designed to kill you. Think about it. Fast food is designed to kill you. Can you believe it? Fast food is designed to kill you, but it tastes so good. It tastes so good. Why does your tongue get everything so wrong? Why does your tongue get everything so wrong? All the shit that tastes good is bad for you. All the shit that tastes good is bad for you. It's like the tongue has its own agenda. The tongue has its own agenda. Right, Joe? I want some sweets. I want some fats. I want some salt. The rest of your body collectively goes, no, no, tongue, no, no, tongue, no. Tongue's like, what's the big fucking deal? This shit tastes good. What's the big fucking deal? This is pleasurable. Don't you understand, you stupid fucking liver? Liver's like this. Well, I have a function that goes beyond pleasure. What do you do besides taste and, you hear a recipe? That was the weirdest thing I've ever done.